Hello Capricorns, welcome to your love reading for April 2019. It's a general reading. If it resonates, of course, consider a personal reading. Rates, info, and my email are below. Just send me an email and we can make that happen. I will say that I meditate a little bit with my eyes closed. Now it's a new kind of little method I'm doing to see if things come up. What I was seeing for you guys at first, it took me a while to figure out what it was, but I was seeing like vertical lines, a series of vertical lines kind of going up and down. It took me a while. I kind of like, looked at it a little longer and I realized what it looked like because there was dimension to these lines as if they were actually paint strokes. When you're painting a wall and the grain that the paint stroke kind of leaves as you go to and fro. Trying to like kind of cover up a surface or like redo something. I'm feeling that for some of you that's what you might be trying to do this month in the love department. So either, and I don't want to say kind of covering up the past, because paint can cover things up or paint can improve something that's pre-existing. And I feel like for some of you that's what you're doing, like putting on a new coat of paint, a new attitude, you're putting on a brighter color, kind of like a self-improvement. There's home improvement, like a self-improvement kind of thing. Choosing the color that you think is right for you. What color, what aura are you going to be wearing in April in regards to love? I feel like a lot of you want to move past from how you've been operating in relationships previously, perhaps. So and really trying to do significant things to change that, at least on the surface, but spiritually too. Again, I don't feel like you guys are covering things up. I just feel like you're putting on like a new skin or, something to that effect. So that being said, let me kind of get in your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please find your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, your insight for Capricorns, for love, for April 2019. Okay, I'll be doing like a past, present, and future type spread. Please show me influences the Capricorns passed out of. Love prior to April, we had the Four of Wands in reverse. Okay, guys, keep in mind my 2019 Sun Moon readings are up in my playlist. Go look up your Sun Moon sign and check out your predictions. 2018 is also there, so make sure you check those out. See if they rang true for you for last year. April energies for Capricorn, April love energies for Capricorn, please. Any messages you have in regards to April love energies for Capricorn. Read the King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse, sorry. And then also I'll be leaving a link below for what your love interest is thinking, whether it's a current or crush or ex. Just click on the link below, it'll take you where you need to go. And then finally, just make sure you check out my playlist. My compatibility readings are there that I'll be working on throughout the year. In case you're curious if you're compatible with somebody's sun sign. I'm also on the Instant Go app if you need a quick question to a quick answer. A quick answer to a quick question. And I'm also uploading my weeklies to Facebook and Insta if you want to message me on there or share or whatever you want to do. So let's see what's going on with Cappies. The scrappy Cappies. All right, the all over like thing I'm kind of seeing here, either you don't want to commit or somebody else doesn't want to commit, and I'm leaning more towards someone else does not want to commit, because I'm getting a really stubborn energy. So let's start off with the Four of Wands here in reverse for energies going into April. In the upright, it's about, yay, let's move in together, let's celebrate, oh my gosh, it's the honeymoon card, it's wonderful. But the energies that you're coming out of prior to April is not an environment that's conducive for this, okay? So, it's either, the energy isn't there. So it can be just kind of like, a lot of tension when you're around somebody, or it's kind of unsettling, or it's unstable. You don't know where it's going. Sometimes the other person can make you feel like you're not welcome. So it's sort of that really unsettling vibe. You don't feel like you can make a home with this person. You don't know where you stand with this person. I feel more likely like it's them that just is making it really hard, or was making it really hard for you to read. I feel like with this person, they were, they'd be hot and cold, or one minute they'd be fine, and, one minute they'd be friendly, and then the next minute, you wouldn't hear from them. you know, and sometimes you get, you know, feelings of love, and then other times they'll disappear. So I just don't feel it was a very consistent energy, and it wasn't very stable, and you just didn't feel like you could really kind of build on that with this person. So in April, we move on to the Knight of Pentacles. Here's where, in reverse, here's where somebody is being very adamant, very stubborn. And the reason why they don't want to commit, and this could be you or the other person, again, I'm feeling like it's them. The reason why they don't want to commit is because, one, they don't want to be tied down. I feel like this person is the type that if there's anything practical, they want to avoid it. If there's anything that's scheduled out, they don't want to have anything to do with it. If it's anything predictable, they don't want to be around it. So this person is very you know, they just don't want that. They don't want to settle in. They don't want to like become boring, I almost feel, in a way. But the funny thing is that I feel like, in the sense that they don't want to do that, they're in their own little circle, their own little comfort zone. So, you know, they don't want to commit because that's actually a risk that they would have to take, and they don't want to take that kind of risk. So they're just kind of staying in their little cocoon, and they're not like, because commitment for them would be a risk, would be an adventure, would be tying them down, and they don't want to do that. They're very adamant about that. Another thing about this person is they like things their way. Okay, so I feel like in order for somebody else to fold in, they would have to compromise. They would have to alter things. They would have to move furniture around. And they just don't want to do that. I think they're very set in their ways, and they're very stubborn, very obstinate, and they have no plans on changing that anytime soon. Moving forward in April into May, and I'm continuing on with this person, this entity, this energy, whatever you want to call it. We have the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse. Now, another thing about this person is their work ethic is very important to them. Their home is very important to them. And again, I'm just getting a feeling they don't want anybody interfering with this. So they'll put work before other people. Sometimes they'll use work as an excuse. Oh, I'm too busy. I have to do this. I don't have time to spend. I don't have time to do this or that. That's how I feel like this is the stuff they're going to be saying as they move out from April into May. They'll say things like, kind of going back to their comfort zone. Oh, I have to stay home this weekend because I just want to relax. I worked really hard, and I would rather be alone. And I feel like it's this kind of stuff, but all this stuff I feel like are excuses to not have someone in their life, not pay attention to you, you know, things like that in general. It's just excuses. Alrighty, so let me see what's going on with this Four of Wands. Why is this Four of Wands here in reverse? Love energies for Capricorn prior to April 2019. Who is this person? Was this energy? Crystal messages for Capricorn. Four of Wands in reverse. Why did you choose the Four of Wands in reverse for love energies prior to April 2000? Strength card, not great. It's card of Leo for some of you. That resonates. Okay, so I'm kind of getting that with this person, you were trying to, I don't want to say cajole them. You were trying to kind of get them to a place where you were thinking, if you were strong enough for both of you, if you soothed this person, if you talked to this person a different way, if you conducted yourself a different way, you could kind of get this person to where you need them to be. You know, help them. I don't want to say fix them, but I feel that. I feel like if you use this with that strength card, I get that if you use your gentleness, that you would be able to kind of get this person to come around, kind of see that how they're doing things just, you know, isn't the best way of going about things. And I kind of feel like you're putting your strength into this person to try to, I don't want to say resolution, to try to, I don't want to use the word resolution. I feel like it's overused. I can't, to just come to a meeting of minds, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And some of you are also, I feel like you're feeling that this person, they have insecurities and that's why they're not doing this, and you're trying to help them get to the other side of this. But with the Two of Swords in reverse, you're kind of realizing that no matter what you kind of do, this person is just going to kind of, they're going to be negative when it comes to being in a relationship or a commitment. They might just not be ready. So I feel like whatever you try to do or get them to decide, it just isn't met with anything but no's and negativity, and I'm not there yet. And it sort of has you stuck. And they're also being a little bit, or you feel like, or they're being a little dishonest to themselves, I feel like, kind of being like this. So the Knight of Swords here, Knight of Swords kind of is the person that comes in and boom, he blindsides you with something. And what I'm getting from the Knight of Swords is that this person has had conversations with you and they were very truthful to the point of just being blunt. And it's just kind of like stung you a little bit. Like they might have said something like, you know, I'm not there yet. I don't want to be with anybody. Or I might want to be with somebody, but it might not be you right now. I don't feel that this person, actually, when they say these things, that they realize that they come across so cutting. They're just being, their candor is clear as day, but they just don't think about the receiving end. I get that sometimes with the Page and the Knight of Swords, they say things, but they don't really think about how the person's going to receive them. They may have regrets later, but for the most part, they just kind of don't. They're just kind of like, well, I'm not going to lie to this person. I'm going to tell them the truth. And yeah, it might come off a little blunt. It might not be what they want to hear, but it's almost like they feel like they're doing it for like your own good. So that's what I'm sort of getting with that. Let's see what's going on with this Knight of Pentacles. Why is this Knight of Pentacles in reverse for Capricorn's love energy? April. Some of you could be dealing with another earth sign, possibly. I don't really like throwing that out there that much, but I do have two court cards that are pentacles here. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here? Who is this person? What is this energy? Yeah, this person is really adamant. It's funny. You know, it's almost like they say, oh, I don't want to be tied down because I'm a big, like, I like my freedom and this and that and blah, blah, blah. But it's kind of, you know, doesn't really kind of make sense in that regard. So you really want something with this person. You can see marriage, you can see children with this person, you can see building a home with them. I feel like you're having a hard time moving on from this concept with them, despite what they tell you. Despite what they're telling you, you still kind of have it in your mind that, and I don't want to say this to make anybody, like to offend anybody, but I almost feel like they tell you something and then you kind of say, no, they're just saying that. That isn't how they really feel. I feel like for a percentage of you, you say that. They're telling you point blank, you know, I don't want this. This isn't for me. And you're just kind of saying, yeah, they say that, but they don't know what they really want. Like, I feel that. And don't take that. Don't be kind of pissed off about that. And that sort of like, that ideation, that kind of concept has you keeping on, like, going back to this person. You can't leave them. You can't move on. You keep on going back and you know, saying, okay, there has to be some issue here that I don't know about that we need to resolve. So you kind of go back to this person, doubting that what they're saying is the truth. That's another thing. Resisting that you're going to have to change how you carry yourself in regards to this person. So resisting that change. So I do feel like you keep on going back, thinking that deep down this person wants the same thing that you want, even though they stubbornly are kind of telling you, no, that's not the case. I just don't want this. Now, it could be I just don't want this right now. I mean, energies always change, but in April, I'm seeing that they just don't, and for whatever reasons, sometimes life just gets in the way of stuff. Why is this Queen of Pentacles here? Who's this person? What's this energy? What's the Queen of Pentacles here in reverse? For Capricorns, as they move out, as they transition out of April and into May. Who is this Queen of Pentacles? What is this energy? Additional messages, please. All right. Oh, there's a lot. There's a lot of slow moving and stubborn energy here for sure. Okay, the good news is I feel like this person, after they're done with their, I feel like they're going through something in regards to work, in regards to practical matters. They're worried about finances. Okay, they're having problems, I think, financially. So that's really kind of taken up most of their time. Um, they're almost being like a little selfish with money right now because they feel like they have to be. But the thing that I'm seeing is once that they kind of get that where that needs to be, then they start considering something, because I see the Knight of Pentacles here. So they actually, yeah, so they're actually considering, so moving out of April into May, the Knight of Pentacles has them thinking, well, you know what? Now that I have this behind me, this stuff, that all these excuses that I made, and you know, this stuff that was taking up my time, and you know, all these things I was worrying about, and the finances I had to get on top on. Now that that's passed, this person is like, you know, this could work out. I mean, if we had a plan, if we worked on it, if we kind of, you know, if we took the things out of it that I'm fearful of or whatever, it might work. I almost feel like they're considering it. They're considering it from a distance. They're kind of observing and looking at it, thinking very slowly, but at least now it's like a consideration, where I think before it was like, no, 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 no. Okay. Five of Pentacles is here in reverse, saying, so they've come out of this difficult time that they had. It could have been something emotional. It could have been something financial. It was really a struggle that they went through. And the Five of Pentacles is them coming out of it. And not only coming out of it, but after they're coming out of it, they're saying, what do I really want? You know, they're looking at things now. Now they're looking at everything. And now that their head's cleared and this other stuff's off the table, they're thinking about, well, what do I really want? So at least they're kind of thinking, like the cogs are starting to move in that direction. And then with the Seven of Pentacles there, they are thinking, you know, maybe I could invest in this. Maybe this could be a long-term thing. They're definitely considering it as a possibility. They're wondering if it's worth investing in this. Now that they've kind of sort of thought it out and put whatever was, you know, distracting them before, or before they just thought it was absolutely, because the situation that they were in, it wouldn't have been conducive to having a healthy relationship, or it might have been that they had like so much chaos going on that they didn't want somebody else adding to the complication, or they didn't want somebody else taking on their complications, or what have you. Their environment, they didn't feel was conducive to having a committed relationship. But now that I feel like they've kind of come out of it, now I'm seeing them considering it and being like, well, maybe. Well, but I think it's very slow. So, I mean, if this resonates and this is the case, I wouldn't push this person. I would just kind of let them keep thinking about it, give them plenty of space, be there for them to support them if you need to, you know, in case they need that. But I definitely, this isn't a situation that I would push, you know. And another thing, and I'm just going to say this, if they do finally come out and say, hey, you know what, I think I want to, you know, do this or whatever, please don't say, I knew it. I knew I was right. Because I have an idea that's really not going to go over well with this person. So I highly, and again, might be for a small percentage of you, but try to refrain from being like, I know I was right. I know what you really want. I know what's good for you. Like all of those phrases, I would avoid at any cost if I were you. Okay. Remember that paintbrush. Start doing things a different way with this person. Start the image that you kind of put out to people, have it be different from what it was before. Okay. More positivity and things like that. So that's what I have for you guys. Make sure you click on the link below to what your love interest is thinking or feeling, whether it's a current, a crush, or an ex. Make sure you check out your 2019 Sun Moon readings from my playlist. Just check out my playlist in general. That's just a library for everything I have. Otherwise, I will see you guys for mid-months. Thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes. Bye.